Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Tom, and I love traveling. Today, I want to tell you a crazy story. Last week, I flew from London to Rome. The flight was very long, but quite comfortable. I arrived at the airport at 2 o'clock. I felt very happy to be in Italy. First, I went to the passport control. The officer was nice and checked my documents. Then I walked to the baggage reclaim area. Many people were waiting for their bags there. I saw the large black moving belt. I looked for my big green suitcase. 10 minutes passed, but I saw nothing. 20 minutes passed, and the belt stopped. The room became very quiet and empty. My heart started to beat very fast. I looked around, but the area was deserted. This is not good, I thought to myself. I checked the flight number on the screen. It was the correct belt for my flight. Where could my beautiful green bag be? I had my camera and clothes inside. I also had a gift for my friend. I felt a little bit nervous and lost. I took a deep breath to stay calm. I saw a sign for lost and found. It was near the exit of the hall. I decided to go there immediately for help. Let's see what happened next in the office. I walked into the small, bright office. A woman in a uniform sat behind a desk. Her name tag said Maria, and she smiled. "Good afternoon. How can I help you?" she asked. I told her that I couldn't find my luggage. She looked concerned and opened a large book. "Don't worry. We'll try to find it," Maria said. She asked for my boarding pass and baggage tag. I gave her the small stickers for my ticket. She started typing quickly on her computer keyboard. "What does your suitcase look like?" Maria inquired. I explained that it is large and bright green. I added that it has 4 small wheels. There's also a yellow ribbon on the handle. She nodded and checked the system again carefully. "I see a problem with the connection," she whispered. "It seems my bag stayed in the London airport. The plane was too full for all the luggage." I felt very sad because I needed my things. Maria told me to fill out a special form. I wrote my name, phone number, and local address. I stayed at a small hotel near the city center. She gave me a copy of the lost report. "We will call you when it arrives," she promised. I asked if they could deliver it to me. She said the courier delivers bags every morning. I thanked her for being so kind and professional. I left the office without any heavy bags. It was a very strange feeling to be empty-handed. I walked out of the airport to find a taxi. The taxi ride to the hotel was very fast. The weather in Rome was warm and sunny. I checked in my room on the 3rd floor. The room was beautiful, but I had no clothes. I only had my small backpack with my wallet. I didn't even have a toothbrush or toothpaste. I sat on the bed and felt quite frustrated. I wanted to take a shower and change clothes. Instead, I had to wear the same blue t-shirt. I decided to go to a nearby supermarket. I bought some basic things like soap and shampoo. I also bought a cheap white shirt for tomorrow. Then, I went to a small Italian restaurant. I ordered a delicious pizza margherita and water. The food was great, but I kept checking my phone. I hoped for a message about my green suitcase. Every time the phone vibrated, I jumped. There were no emails from the airline that evening. I walked back to the hotel under the stars. Rome is very pretty at night, even without luggage. I washed my socks in the bathroom sink. I hung them near the window to dry quickly. It was a funny situation if I thought about it. Travel is always an adventure, even the bad parts. I went to sleep feeling very tired and lonely. I dreamed about my bag flying in the clouds. The next morning, I woke up very early. The sun was shining through the white curtains. I waited for the telephone to ring. Let's continue the story of my missing bag. At 9 o'clock, I finished my breakfast. The coffee was strong and the croissants were sweet. Suddenly, my phone started ringing on the table. I saw a number from the Rome airport. I answered it immediately with a loud hello. It was Maria from the Lost and Found office. "Good news, Tom. Your bag is here," she said. I felt a huge wave of relief and happiness. She said it arrived on the morning flight. The suitcase was currently at the airport warehouse. I asked when the courier could bring it. Maria said the driver was already in the city. He had 5 other bags to deliver before mine. She asked if I would be at the hotel. I told her I would wait in the lobby. I didn't want to go anywhere without my bag. I went downstairs and sat on a big sofa. I watched people checking in and checking out. Every time a van stopped, I looked out. An hour passed, and I finished my book. 2 hours passed, and I drank another coffee. Waiting is the hardest part of any day. Then, a white van parked in front of the door. A man in a green uniform walked inside. He was carrying a large, bright green suitcase. I stood up and shouted, "That's my bag." The man laughed and checked my identification card. Everything was correct, and he gave me the bag. I signed the document with a big smile. Finally, my luggage and I were together again. I carried the suitcase up to my room. It felt much heavier than I remembered. I put on the bed and opened it. All my clothes were there, a bit messy. I checked the side pocket for my camera. The camera was safe and working perfectly. Then I looked for the gift for my friend. It was a glass bottle of traditional English tea. I was worried that the glass was broken. I searched under my sweaters and jeans. I found the box at the very bottom. Surprisingly, the bottle was in one piece. But then I saw something very strange. There was a small blue teddy bear inside. I don't own a blue teddy bear ever. I looked at the tag on the bear's neck. It said, "For Lucy, with love from London." I realized the airline opened my bag by mistake. Or maybe someone put it there during the check. I felt confused, but the bear was very cute. I decided to call Maria at the airport again. I explained the situation with the extra toy. She laughed and said Lucy was a little girl. Lucy lost her bear on the same flight yesterday. Her parents were very sad and called the office. Maria asked if I could bring it back tomorrow. I said I could take it to the airport. It was a chance to help a little child. My lost luggage story had a new mission. I felt like a hero in a movie. The next day, I traveled back to the airport. I carried the small blue bear in my hand. I met Maria and a young family there. A little girl named Lucy was crying softly. When she saw the bear, she stopped crying. She ran to me and gave me a hug. Her parents were very happy and thanked me. They even offered to buy me a nice lunch. We went to a cafe and talked for hours. They told me many interesting stories about Rome. We became friends because a lost suitcase. I realized that problems can sometimes bring joy. If I hadn't lost my bag, I wouldn't meet them. I spent the rest of my holiday with my things. I took many beautiful photos with my camera. I wore my favorite clothes every single day. I visited the Colosseum and the Vatican City. Every time I saw a green bag, I smiled. My trip to Italy was truly unforgettable. On the last day, I packed my bag carefully. I made sure the yellow ribbon was very tight. I arrived at the airport 3 hours early. The flight back to London was very smooth. This time, my bag arrived at the same time. I saw it immediately on the luggage belt. I grabbed it and walked home happily. Thank you for listening to my travel story. Don't be afraid if you lose your luggage. It might be the start of a great adventure. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Write a comment. 3 best comments get 20 English lessons completely free.